Wow, my MMA Boxing Addicts family. I want you guys to stay with me in today's video because I'm going to bring out a couple things from the past that I want to bring into this conversation and just give you guys the inside scoop. First of all, shout out to ZITTLE for giving us the inside scoop on everything that's going down behind the scenes with the WBO, Zuffa Boxing, Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Devin the Dream Haney. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, and I'm not here to clap at anybody just yet. But these are the facts. Shakur Stevenson, which I'm not crapping on him for doing this, is doing everything that he can to not face Devin the Dream Haney. Now, before we get into that conversation and we get to how I even got there, let's talk about and let's start from the beginning. It's being reported that Shakur Stevenson and Devin the Dream Haney have officially signed with Zuffa Boxing, and that an announcement is coming as soon as next week. Next week, possible announcement. Shakur Stevenson, Devin the Dream Haney, $100 million deals signed to Zuffa Boxing. Now, following that breaking news, ZITTLE, shout out to ZITTLE who reported this, said, y'all seen how the WBO made Keyshawn Davis the #1 rated fighter in the WBO rankings, earning and will be ordered sometime this summer a world title shot against Devin the Dream Haney for his WBO welterweight title. Now, ZITTLE let us know that it was Jay Prince, manager of both Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis. It was Jay Prince that sent a petition to the WBO to get Keyshawn Davis an automatic title shot, the way that they set him up in his position to be. Jay Prince sent a petition out to make this happen. Why? Now let's grab some of the information that we have from a couple weeks ago. Y'all remember when Mike Coppinger, and I was on my channel too, saying that this is false news because Shakur Stevenson came out and said it was false news. But we're starting to see over the last month, the dude could be lying. Shakur Stevenson could be lying about some of the stuff that he's saying we're capping about. Some of the news that's being reported. And this is one of them. Y'all remember when Mike Coppinger came out and said that Devin the Dream Haney talking to Zuffa Boxing, trying to get a super showdown with Shakur Stevenson. Y'all remember when Shakur came out, caught it, everybody capped, said, and even went to Mike Coppinger on his Twitter and was going off on him about the fake news, supposedly by Shakur Stevenson. Y'all remember that conversation that Bill Haney had with Jay Prince, Wallow, Gilly the Kid, talking about a possible showdown with Bill Haney's son, Devin Haney, and Jay Prince's fighter, Shakur Stevenson. Jay Prince absolutely turned it down. He turned it down. It's being reported by ZITTLE that Jay Prince has known about this action that's going down with Devin Haney, Zuffa, trying to get this fight with Shakur Stevenson. And the reason why they sent a petition to the WBO for Keyshawn Davis to get that automatic title shot was to be able to steer away from those talks that is actually going on. The talks that were reported by Mike Coppinger, maybe Shakur actually had no idea of anything that was going down. But I wouldn't be surprised if Devin Haney and Bill Haney were talking with Zuffa and Zuffa. All these guys, the Team Haney, Zuffa, which is being reported by Sean ZITTLE, they want to make this fight happen. They actually do. But there's one person that's getting in the way from making it happen. And that's Shakur Stevenson. Sean ZITTLE said that the reason why Jay Prince sent the petition for Keyshawn Davis is to steer away any possible talks of Shakur fighting Devin the Dream Haney. So it's obvious here that Shakur wants nothing to do with a fight with Devin the Dream Haney, even for all the bucks in the world. At least that's what we're thinking right now. That's what it looks like right now. Is that a bad thing? Not necessarily, because we've been knowing this. We've been knowing this. This Devin the Dream Haney and Shakur Stevenson talk, mainly at this moment, is at the heat of everything because of Keyshawn Davis. Just 2 days ago, everybody was talking about Keyshawn Davis getting mandated, and we can't wait to see that fight with Devin the Dream Haney. But then yesterday, Bill Haney on a phone call with Keyshawn Davis, and Gilly the Kid, and Wallow talked about trying to get a 2-for-1 deal. That's how we do it in Oakland. Now, of course, he said, if Shakur doesn't end up signing, but the fight's going to happen no matter what. Well, duh, Bill. You had no choice or vacate your title at some point. But the dude is trying to get a 2-for-1 deal right now. He's trying to get it in. He's trying to get what Zuffa wants, and that's Shakur Stevenson. Yet, Bill just talked to Jay Prince last week, bruh. We know the stance. He don't want to move up to 147 pounds. Now, you can crap on him all you want for that. But it's the facts. He really don't. And I don't want to see him go to 147 if this dude's going to be asking for stipulations and rehydration clauses. Nobody wants to see that. So, that being said, Jay Prince may have been knowing about this, especially coming from the first breaking news that was reported by Mike Coppinger. I'm starting to think that that's true. And this is the plan the whole time. But it just, to me, it makes no sense, because that's not a possibility right now. They're trying to push for something because all the money in the world, when we've got the facts this last 2 weeks. And on that situation, we know for a fact Shakur Stevenson ain't fighting at 140 pounds when it comes to Zuffa boxing. There ain't even a 140-pound weight class. They go from 135 to 147. So Shakur, who was just talking about staying at 135 and not fighting at 147, staying at 135 and 140, going to 147 on the back end of his career, that's going to be the last weight class that he fights at a few years from now. He said this last week, bruh, nobody heard. My goodness. So that's why I said I'm not sitting here mad at Shakur Stevenson. This isn't a clap back at Shakur Stevenson, but this definitely is Jay Prince and Shakur not wanting to fight Devin Haney due to the current weight issue between them and where both fighters are. Like I said, I ain't mad about this, because Devin the Dream Haney had an opportunity to fight Shakur Stevenson. The WBC was going to mandate that back at 135 before Devin Haney ended up opting to choose and go and fight against Regis Prograis. This fight could have been happening. It could have been. Y'all seen what Devin Haney dropped on Twitter? A little video of Shakur Stevenson calling out Devin Haney. How many years ago was that? Shakur's been wanting to fight Devin. But the fight just never came. And now, because Zuffa's involved, this is what they're trying to push. Asking for two-for-1 deals. Trying to get Keyshawn and Shakur Stevenson. Bruh, whatever happens with Shakur Stevenson, I don't care about at the moment. I just don't. I'm waiting to see what happens with Keyshawn Davis. Bruh, there's a reason that he's rated number 1 by the WBO welterweight rankings and just was put there. Because he's got the skills and plus the petition. But the dude has been wanting Devin Haney. Now, that's for another story. You could go back and forth. Who ducked who on that one? But it's breaking news, man. It's breaking news. Jay Prince is the one who sent the petition to the WBO to be able to get Keyshawn Davis in that position, to steer away from possible talks with Zuffa Boxing, Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson. So, it's up to you guys to think and look at this how you want. But this is the MMA Boxing Addicts channel bringing it to you. You guys know what I always do. I'm out.